Jason.
I'm Rod.
Down here at the Armory. Next video we're going to do is ammunition. How to select it. What works in your firearm, what doesn't work in your firearm is essentially what you need to know. We're going to go through a couple different acronyms: jacketed hollow point versus full metal jacket, plus P versus non plus P. Give you a few tips on how to choose the right ammunition, and go from there.
Okay, the first thing you want to do, if you're just going to the range, there's really no reason to spend a lot of money. This ammunition box here is like 30 bucks. If you're just going to the range to shoot and practice, something like this, or this Blazer box, the Blazer brass with a full metal jacket, solid point, is perfectly fine for that. They're a lot cheaper. You can shoot off of 200 to 500 rounds during the day and normally not have an issue with malfunction drills too much. You will occasionally have one that doesn't fire. Make sure you follow all your safety rules in the malfunction drill. But as far as that goes, you don't really need to shoot hollow points in your firearm until you get to the point where you want to function test the hollow points and make sure they're accurate and will shoot in your gun. So that's a lot of it. Different guns. Guns are just like people. They like and dislike different kinds and brands of ammunition. You need to test that before you decide you're going to carry a certain brand or bullet weight or whatever in ammunition as far as your carry ammunition. Jason?
So I guess what do we need to know, and what are some bullet points for choosing the right ammunition? Okay. First is availability. If it's not there, you can't buy it. We've seen some availability concerns with 22 long rifle, with 9mm over the last several years. But you're going to want to take a look at what is available. The second thing is, obviously, does it work in your firearm? Buy a small quantity, test it out before you buy a large quantity. Ammunition is not returnable, so you're going to want to buy a small quantity and make sure it works. The third thing is cost. We got 5 or 6 brands represented here, all different costs. Like Dad was saying, you're not going to want to run Spear Gold Dots as your regular practice ammunition. You're looking at right around 30 bucks a box of 50. Whereas your Blazer Brass, you're looking at about 12 bucks a box of 50. So, price varies a little bit depending upon the store. So, you can shoot a lot more of the Blazer than you can of the Gold Dot for the same amount of money. The other thing is performance, accuracy. Does the ammunition hit where you want? There's a lot of different bullet weights out there. There's a lot of different speeds, but if you're testing the ammunition in your firearm, does it hit essentially where you're aiming? There is ammunition, especially when it comes to revolvers, that does change the point of aim or the point of impact from where you're aiming. So that's another thing that you're going to want to consider. Once again, buy a small quantity, see if it hits where you aim the firearm. And there's nothing wrong with buying 3 or 4 different brands if it's available at your local store or wherever you buy your ammunition, and trying out each brand. When it comes to self-defense ammunition, you're going to want to spend a little more money, get something good quality. We have SIG and Federal and Spear all represented here, along with Hornady. Once again, recoil, cost, availability, performance all plays into what you want to accomplish with your ammunition.
The other thing that enters into it is, you're going to want to make absolutely sure you buy the right caliber for your firearm. Of course, all firearms are marked either on the barrel, on the slide, with the caliber of it. If there's a question about it, consult your owner's manual. before you buy a bunch of ammunition that you can't return. And then we've seen that quite a lot. People will show up at a class, they have the wrong ammunition because someone told them that would fit. There are only certain exceptions to that rule, and you need to be very careful when you purchase ammunition that it's the right caliber for your firearm. When you get to the point where you can shoot a lot and have your fundamentals, shooting fundamentals down pat, then you can graduate to deciding what carry ammunition you want to carry, what your gun likes, what you like as far as recoil, how accurate you are with it, and the gun is, and that's a lot of it. And then we'll get into storage considerations here in a little bit, and you always want to have some place to store your ammunition out of the way, whether it's in a lockable box or in your safe, and you may want to store it in 2 different places.
We got a couple storage considerations. These are essentially just plastic ammo cans. The one thing that you're going to want is to make sure that it's got a rubber seal. That's going to keep moisture out, especially if you're storing it in a basement or someplace that could get moist. Keep it out of the sun, cool, dry area. It's nice to have a locking mechanism where you can put a padlock. This particular box does not have one, so you're going to want to store this in a safe or something like that. I think these do have a spot where you can put a padlock around it to keep somebody from opening that and running off with that. Problem with that is they just run off with a whole case. So I guess the thing is, keep it cool, keep it dry, keep your rotate your carry ammunition on a regular basis out of your firearm at least once a year. You're talking $20 or $25 a year to buy another box of good quality carry ammunition for your firearm. Shoot it up, that way you got an idea how it performs in your firearm, and then go back to the same stuff if it's available.
One thing as far as storage you want to remember, though, if you have a box similar to the one I have with all of your cleaning supplies in a box, do not store your ammunition in the same box. Make sure your cleaning supplies are always in a separate box, because of the fact that if something gets spilled in there, there's solvents and oil and stuff that are always in a cleaning kit. They will affect the reliability of the ammunition, and it could corrode, and then it may be out ammunition that costs you some pretty good money. So always keep your ammunition and your cleaning supplies in a separate place.